Hello. Broadcasting across Canada and around the world, this is Shake It Up on Canucks Online Radio. Live from Hamilton's own pub, the Cat and Fiddle, 174 John Street South at Augusta. Today's guests, Jesse Elliot from the Jesse James Medicine Show and Daryl Gould. Our host divorced his first wife because he ran out of gift ideas. Here is Famous Framus.
Thank you, Gary, for that heartbreaking introduction.
Yeah, it was rather breaking.
Unsuccessful marriage, checkered past there, but she gave me a gift, and it was a song called I Think I Might Not Love You Anymore. So that's the gift that's been keeping on giving for the last 17 years. Thank you very much, Gail McGarry, wherever you may be. I still love you. You still love me. Yes, of course. So, my friend.
It's snowing again.
It's snowing again. That's just like a little tickling of the ivories kind of snow, though, isn't it? It's
no, it's been going on all morning. Jeez, I'm tired of it. Tired. No more. Just don't want any more snow.
You just need a broom for this stuff. You don't actually need a shovel.
Wyatt and Willie did see his shadow, so by March we should be on the upswing as far as temperatures and greenery, for that matter.
You think so?
Depending on where you go.
March 34th.
Dispensary's got green all the time, but
March
outside,
42nd.
So
in like a lion, out like a lamb.
Right. Yes. And that's the scary thing about March is exactly right. It
right.
Can be a complete bitch.
But it's actually the scary thing about April and May also, because they also come in like lions and out like lambs.
They can, I find,
out like
March
gophers.
To be more unpredictable.
Yes.
Very unpredictable.
Well, we always have that hope when we get to March. For some reason, it's spring break for some people. So the word spring is around and everybody kind of gets that optimism, and then it's usually stomped on,
Stomps
your esophagus to the back of your neck.
I was going to say something phallic gets stomped on, but yeah.
Phallic.
Yeah.
Your balls.
Exactly. Or something.
Your spring balls.
Close by, yeah.
Spring balls.
Right? Spring balls?
No, that's spring rolls. Just had that at the Mandarin, actually, last week. It was delicious.
Spring balls.
Spring balls, yeah. I'm sure they.
So we're here at the Cat and Fiddle once again, another Friday, even though it's snowing.
What show number is this, Garrett?
This is episode number 76.
This may be, I don't want to oversell it, but this may be the best show we're ever going to do with these two gentlemen that we've got lined up today, because these are two of my favorite people, and artists,
very good
performers.
I want to say you're full of shit, but I want to believe you too.
I don't want to overhype it, people. I don't want to oversell it. I don't want to put any pressure on the performers, but this may be number 1A.
1A.
EH, 1A. Because we keep a Canadian here on CanuckTunes.ca.
Always.
1A.
So here with Cat and Fiddle, we got another whirlwind weekend, I guess you could say, with shit going on.
What? Who's here this weekend?
We got a grocery list of people.
Well, let's hear.
Soldiers of Harmony play tonight.
Yes.
And then for tomorrow, Saturday, February 7th, we have the Bareback Riders starting at 3 for a matinee.
What?
Till 7.
What?
I saw it.
Okay.
It was on the interweb. You know it's true.
It's true then.
And then February 7th, beginning at 9 p.m., please welcome Famous and Betty.
Famous and Betty Band? What?
You know it.
That's fantastic, man.
So just, yeah.
So excited.
I'm planning
we haven't
to
played
be
here in like 99 days.
Thereabouts.
Yeah.
I was going to count, but I'll take.
Are you
going
to be around? Because
I'm hoping.
Oh, you definitely helped us work that box last time.
Just to get everything in balance.
I can't see those numbers or dials. They're too small.
Oh, well, that's why I brought my glasses.
Yeah, I got to get my cataract surgery or something. I'll tell you.
But no, it was a great friggin' time last time you played. So
yeah,
looking forward to another full house. Fun. And then for Sunday, the February 8th matinee, that is Sam and Robin.
Sam and Robin.
Speaking of Sunday, don't forget the Super Bowl 60 Sunday.
Oh, wow, that's right.
6:30 is not so much kickoff time, broadcast time. Cat and Fiddle will have all the TVs lit up. It's going to be held in, where is it? Levi Stadium, Santa Clara, California.
Yes, surrounded by ICE agents.
The crappiest stadium in the entire league.
Exactly.
Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. So there you go.
Yep.
And then another thing of note here at the Cat and Fiddle, as far as Vittles, they've introduced the soup of the day and half a sandwich for $10.
Wow.
Up until 6 p.m. daily. So it's
Did
crazy.
you have that?
Quite
It's
the lunch deal.
Thumbs
Yeah.
up. Thumbs up from Mr. Everything, Paul Bodis.
Pulled pork.
Wow, that's a
sandwich.
good combo.
So there's
Pork and peas.
Yeah.
That sounds really good, actually.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Chef Corey in the back doing an amazing job as always.
As always.
As always. So, and as far as the rest of the weekend goes, I think everyone's aimed up for the Super Bowl. I don't know.
Is there an
about
actual
halftime.
Super Bowl party kind of thing happening here? Or is it just going to see whoever straggles in to watch the
Whoever
game?
wants to come in, it'll be on TV.
Yeah,
And
specials and all that kind of stuff?
the Sunday specials.
So Brittany's going to be here? Is Brittany going to be here? No. Well, then, never mind then. But there's always a party, even if Brittany's not here, but it's just not as good.
She's partying with us in spirit.
In spirit.
There you go. So if that isn't enough for a weekend, I don't know what it is.
That's like a 6-day weekend.
Put into 2.
Yeah.
So, or 1, depending on how hard you go.
Yeah. The 90s.
So we will carry on. The main man, the Alex, the big toe here at the Cat and Fiddle, he's unable to make it this week, but he did want to pass along that information as well as Ty. So there we go.
Ty the little toe.
Yes.
We love him too.
Fish
He
fry.
just recently celebrated a birthday.
Right.
Ty. Yeah.
Right. And then last week, we get off the air and we find out Catherine O'Hara passes away.
Yeah.
That was a kick
Bummer,
in the
man.
teeth. Yeah. So like that actor,
Funny lady.
yes,
Classy lady.
very much so, lives rent free in my head.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just the character she played.
Still waiting for the Scorsese SCTV doc that was much ballyhooed to be on Netflix. Like 2 years ago, they started talking about this thing, but still
No, I heard it got tanked for whatever reason. I
What?
remember something like that. Yeah, but
Like,
if I
if we need-
recall, it got tanked for some
If
reason.
we need a doc about anything, we need one
So-
about SCTV.
Or maybe they just went the way of John Candy,
the John Candy one was a
the
heartbreaker.
biography. I'm sure.
Did you see that?
That
one?
that was hard to
No.
watch. That
Yeah,
one was
that
hard
was
to
on
watch.
Amazon. Yeah, that was
That was
a
really it was
heartbreaker.
good, but it was hard to watch.
And that
Sure.
was Catherine O'Hara's last time on film.
Oh wow, okay.
Was that appearance in that documentary?
Her last time in public was at Macaulay Culkin's Walk of Fame appearance and everything
Okay.
like that too. So she was there to see him and everything. And 2 days later, I think. Something
Oh
like
wow.
Wow.
that. Rough.
Sad,
Yeah, because he's on far. What is it? Far Point? No, the
He's up Shit Creek. I've been up there. So is Jesse.
Yeah, yes,
We've been up
Kim.
Shit
That
Creek.
the word "shit" is in that title. They should just so she could swear on the air.
Shit with a C. Shit with a C.
It's shit.
Moment's gone.
Or
Shit.
shit in the sea, as the fishermen would say. Shit in the sea.
It's shit. Don't get fakakta. Wait, what?
no, it doesn't matter. Moment's gone. We'll carry on.
We'll carry
Shall
on.
we? There. I want to play.
Let's.
Okay. So shall I introduce our
Please do.
our honored guest of the day, the man of the hour, Mr. Jesse Elliot, from one of the co-frontmen of Jesse James' Medicine Show, one of the most dynamic, out of control, off the stage bands that you're ever going to see. And what a pleasure to have you here, Jesse.
Thank you.
You're a scholar and a gentleman.
I
And
don't know what a scholar. I
we're-
haven't been in school in time.
we're
so-
doing an acoustic version of you today, which is
Oh.
going to be very exciting, my friend.
very different, that's for sure. It's Jesse James Light. so-
All right. Jesse Elliott, everybody, on acoustic.
Well, thank you, everybody. That's Savage Jesse to all of you, not Jesse.
Savage
Savage Jesse. Jeez, Jesse Elliott. Who the hell is that?
Oh, you have all your alter egos.
All right. Well, tell St. Peter you have to hurry up and wait. I said, tell St. Peter, forget about the pearly gates. I'm gonna have my fun before I go. Women and wine and rock and roll. Tell St. Peter that you have to hurry up and wait. Because there ain't nobody gonna love you like the devil do. I said there ain't nobody gonna love you like the devil do. Woo-hoo-hoo. 7 sins down, none left to try. The Lord don't like it, but I don't mind. Because there ain't nobody gonna love you like the devil do. I said, Mother Mary, I didn't mean to treat you so wrong. It's hard to be good when you've been bad so long. I can be good if I tried, but if I was good, that would be a lie. It's hard to be good when you've been bad so long. Well, first name basic with a policeman. Stay out of trouble if I can. Well, I'll never win, but at least I know I'm gonna have my fun before I go. Well, here comes Gabriel, blowing mighty strong, blowing on his trumpet like he's Louis Armstrong. Ask all the other angels who know. Well, I grab my guitar, start the show. Sit back, Gabriel, and watch me go. Here comes Gabriel, blowing mighty strong, blowing on his trumpet like he ain't Louis Armstrong. I already sang that part. I don't know where I am in my song. I'm gonna make it up as I go along. So sit back, folks. It's not gonna take that long. Noah got nervous and had to take a trip to hell. He asked that devil, man, can you give me some help? The devil said, no, just to help yourself. You can grab some tools up off my shelf. I built a better boat because the wood didn't float so well. Well, there ain't nobody but the devil gonna cut you some slack. I said, there ain't nobody but the devil gonna cut you some slack. 7 sins down, none left to try. The Lord don't like it, but I don't mind. Because there ain't nobody but the devil gonna cut you. There ain't nobody but the devil gonna cut you. There ain't nobody but the devil gonna cut you some slack. Woo!
Yeah. Yes.
I almost forgot my own song.
Great translation, man. Great translation. You left the shredding in. Respect to you.
I was able to figure it out.
One
yeah.
of the
Come on, man. Like, what
one
the
of the
hell?
shredders in
I'm not
town.
gonna just be like
Good,
chords and all that. Come on, man. Like, you gotta play.
Love the pinky. I love
Pinky.
your pinky use.
Thanks.
I'm a pinky guy myself, man.
It took me a long time to really work that out. Actually, that was like the hardest thing when I was younger.
Get that pinky working.
Well, because like I always ended up with it like down here, and it would be like tucked underneath the fretboard, and it just looked like it looked awful. It felt awful, and then I'd come off, and I just looked like a crippled dinosaur, like after set. And it's like, so like, no, that's
Jesseraptor.
Yeah, exactly. So like, that's not happening. So I ended up like figuring out.
And it gets you into the minors. You get into the minors with the pinky. It's a whole journey, man.
That and it allows you to extend when you're playing solos. You're not using just 3 fingers. All of a sudden, now you can hit like a higher note.
Well, you just lost me with the solo
right?
part.
So,
but
sorry.
Sorry, man. You're
solos happen in songs.
Solos, not my songs.
Oh, what are you talking about? I've seen you do a solo before.
We're gonna pull you in. Actually, we got to get you into the Famous and Betty.
Is that why I'm here? So you can ask me to play on your record? Because of course I would.
I'm here to woo you.
You didn't have to put me on the radio to ask me. I would do it. I would do it yesterday, dude. That sounds awesome.
We love you, madly.
Yeah, we love you guys too. We'll be here on Saturday.
So did you start like the rest of us on acoustic guitar? And
I started on piano. I was 7, and my parents gave me a birthday present of piano lessons, which
you're gonna say my parents gave me a piano.
They didn't give me a piano.
Parents,
they didn't do that yet. That took minutes, and then they heard that I could like plink plink plink. Oh my god, he's gonna be a genius! And you know, I couldn't really hear. I couldn't hear piano in the music that I was listening to. Like I was listening to like whatever was on the radio and what was popular, and at the time it was like Blink-182 and Green Day. I'm not hearing piano and all that kind of stuff. And I wasn't, and the piano I was hearing was in my parents' music, and those guys were old. I didn't want to like play their music. They're old people, right? They're still old, but they have a better taste of music now. I understand. But,
well, because Jesse James Medicine Show is their favorite band. Yes.
Well, definitely not. No, it's a work in progress there, but. No, I never heard piano in the music I wanted to do. So I beat my head against the wall for 7 years. And the only time I really tried to do something on the piano was I really worked hard at playing the theme song to Hockey Night in Canada.
Oh.
And I almost got it. And I still can't remember how to do it now, but
where'd you take lessons?
The neighbor down the street, Shauna Harrower Ritz. She's probably not listening. She doesn't even know this thing exists yet. I'll tell her.
This is in Hamilton?
Yeah, she's just down the street on Nivet Avenue off of Inverness between Upper James and Upper Wellington, to show you that I actually live in Hamilton. I know what I'm talking about. So
good pin dropping on the GPS there,
man,
Jesse.
No, that whole street was great. There was a lot of young people there. A lot of people ended up playing music, playing hockey out in the street. It was a great place to grow up.
That's cool.
Schools were all within walking distance. It was a wonderful place to grow up.
Old style.
It was wonderful. Style. Very old style. Very 60s, very 50s, 60s, very like community based, and it was nice. And then
always outside.
Yeah, and then when people started like picking up different interests, you'd find them as well. And through my piano teacher's son, who actually had quite the aptitude for guitar. I don't know. He's a physicist now. Like, he's actually a doctor. So I don't know if he still plays guitar anymore, but it was watching him just like click with it. And I'm like, holy crap, like that sounds cool. Like I listen to music with guitar, and he was a big inspiration. I never told him that, but he was a huge inspiration.
He was able to pick it up by ear. He was picking up.
Well, his family's very musical. His brother actually performs in the, I believe it's Liam Ritz, and I don't quote me on this, but I believe he performs with the Hamilton Philharmonic Orchestra as a violinist, and he would be 31 this year, I believe, maybe a little younger than that, but he's a genius. And you'd hear him upstairs when he was like 7, 8 years old. Practicing, but after a while, eventually he'd start getting these jigs and stuff, and
bad to sounding good. It's great.
He went from fiddle to violin, so like straightened up and everything. And he's an exceptionally gifted musician. So that whole family has music flowing through them, right? So I was.
Did you start palling around, and then you guys you got showed licks and chords and that kind of stuff?
No, it was never anything like that. I just saw him doing that, and I thought I could do that, but better. And I didn't want his help because I was competitive that way. Kids, whatever, stupid
stubborn
kids. Yeah,
Scottish.
very.
Scottish.
It must be Scottish.
Scottish.
It must be a Scottish. I mean, like, I do fucking learn for this guy. Like, he's a fucking numpty, man. Like, no, I just decided after a while. Like, my dad had an acoustic guitar. I picked it up. I learned a couple of Bob Dylan tunes, and after a while, about 6 weeks, I realized I hadn't put it down. And then I mean,
you were waking up with it.
I was waking up with it. I was falling asleep with it. I was going to bed and not going to sleep because I was playing guitar the entire night and everything. And
how old were you when this was going on? High school?
That would have been about 16 is when I started. 15 when I picked it up. 16 when I started like really playing, and then 17 was when I the downhill trajectory began, because I'm going to do this forever is what I said to myself.
It's not something you wanted to do. It's something you had to do.
You know, it made sense, and it was like growing up, I had like different obsessions with stuff. I had different obsessions with like Pokemon cards and Digimon cards because it gave me a sense of community. And it's the only reason I was so obsessed with it. It wasn't like the thing, it was the community I was obsessed with.
Sure.
And so when I started becoming a sports fan, I thought, the only way I could contribute to the community is to be an athlete. So I started playing hockey, and like, it just made sense to do that. And I still love to play sports. I'm not the best athlete ever, but
you're a big sports fan as well,
big
though, right?
Sports fan, absolute big sports fan. Go Forge FC.
Forge FC.
Anyways, well, Ticats too, I guess, but whatever. Soccer's better. Then football. We'll have a discussion later. We'll have a discussion later, Gary. I'm not saying the Ticats suck.
No. I hear you.
Soccer's much better. Anyways, last word.
Did you guys play at a Forge game, or did you have something to do
with
the Forge?
we did we did a thing a while ago. We were doing like it was supposed to be a ceremony where they were doing like a plaque unveiling, and it was an away game. And I talked to the members of the battalion, which is the supporters group that's there, and my wife and I were part of them for a while there.
Right.
So we said, like, look, why don't we like have an event like for Forge's away match? Like, they're playing in Vancouver, which means so we can have like, they're playing it at like 6 or 9 o'clock at night. So we can go on first or go on after Forge. I don't know how it worked out, but we figured it out that it would be cool.
The band, you were going to put the band.
Yeah, we were going to play the band. And so the venue was on board, which is I don't want to say the name of the place because it turned out to be a complete disaster. But
can you spell it then? Just spell it out.
It was Slingorium. It rhymes with that.
Okay.
So. Okay. And not on Barton Street.
No.
And what happened was, and definitely not on Barnsdale. So it was
Barnsdale.
Yeah, it was definitely not on Barnsdale. It might have been Farnsworth for all I know, but It was
So that
rough.
fell
And
through.
what happened was we decided we wanted to have like a celebration for the fans and play, and they liked our band. A lot of them liked us. So we thought, sure, why the hell not, right? There's Trevor Rogers in the audience here, man. What's going
Legendary.
on, Trevor? All right. Trevor Rogers, ladies and
57
gentlemen.
Trevi. 57 Trevi.
Anyways, we decided we wanted to do this thing, and the venue was really weird about like how we set everything up, and they wouldn't turn the volume down on the televisions. So
While
like
you
we
were
have
playing?
while we were playing, and
Oh.
so like the volume, and what was worse, it wasn't even like a big game. It wasn't like a championship game. It was the replay from an under-17 tournament that took place 4 years ago.
Oh.
Players that no one knows exist, players that nobody cares about.
Somebody might have missed
It was
the score,
between
though.
like Antigua and Barbuda and like Suriname and some like tiny like dinkhole nations that have like maybe 50,000 people and nobody's really watching. And they're highlights from 4 years ago. But for some reason they felt the need to turn them up, and so we turned us up. And it was a
battle of the volumes.
It was old rock and roll versus old soccer, so I don't know if it worked out.
How did old soccer fare? Did you guys?
We played. We tried. I don't know
Yeah.
if we kicked their ass or not, but it was strange. And then fighting with them afterwards because we were only two guys, and they said, "Well, you're only two members, so we're only going to give you this much money." And I said, "Wait a minute.
You're not
That's
a band because you're only two.
Exactly.
I've
That's
been
not how
dealing
we
with that
talk.
for 20 years, man.
It sucks, you know."
Yeah.
And so it was a little rough, and so I've been back since. I don't even know if that manager's there anymore because apparently she's done that to a couple of people, just kind of screwed them over.
Right.
But it's bars like that. You got to feel them out when you're playing as a musician. You got to feel them out, see if you can do something there. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, you lick your wounds and move on to the
Move
next
on,
one.
exactly.
You gotta. They just,
Just
especially
gotta let
now,
it go, brother.
with places closing left and right. Like especially you and I, we gotta hustle to find these places now to let us play because we're losing them left and right. And the places that are opening, the growing pains that they have to go through inevitably with a venue, it leaves a lot of skepticism, especially in today's climate, whether or not they're going to survive. And as much as you want them to, and as much as you keep it going, it requires a lot of people's attention, a lot of people's like focus on that to make that happen, especially in this city. And we need that to happen. And
every city for sure.
well, I don't care about every other city. I care about Hamilton. I
Yeah,
mean, like,
no,
yes,
I know.
every city. We want
Just a tough,
we want
it's a tough
music
business, man. The
it
margins are razor thin.
well, we want music to survive everywhere.
course
But
we do.
if we can do it in Hamilton, if we can make it like, I don't know, if we can make Hamilton the music. You can
make
see
it
all these
here.
signs around saying it's a music city. Why
Yeah.
don't we make it a music city? This place used to be the place for live music. It was live music every night. The Gallagher's across the way was live music all the time. Like, and then even before that, like I'm talking about my era. You guys are old. Like you probably
Yeah.
remember before me. You remember
yeah,
a lot
there's
older
lots.
before I do. Don't do it,
Thankfully-
Gary. I see it's the second time you're interjecting.
Thankfully, Gary, you want to jump in here on the
No,
age
no.
thing?
No, you just carry
No.
on.
Just carry on.
She's gonna
Well, how
punch-
about doing a song, Jesse?
He's gonna
We'll
yeah. So Gary doesn't
let's
punch
move
me
on
out
from
later.
the
He's
age,
gonna
the
punch-
age wars.
It's no wars. I'm just saying. No, I love you, Gary. All right. Well, I'll do another one now. Actually, I just figured this out a couple hours ago. It's from the only album the Medicine Show has done, but we're going to be recording a new one soon, and you'll hear a couple
That's
of
great news,
songs
man.
coming up. Hey, all right, hey. All the people that'll end up buying the album, including my parents. Yeah. So this is from the first one. And it's got a bit that I'm going to throw in there from one of the first tunes we ever recorded, which is actually the first tunes we ever wrote when we were hanging out at Mohawk College. And it was like piss and rain one night. And I played a riff to James and I said, hey, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know where it's going to go. And he goes, what do you mean? What do you do? That's the song. And then it spread from there. And we ended up writing another song in the same key based on that riff. And so I
Nice.
thought, why not? Let's, splice and see
Smash
if we
them
can,
up.
Yeah. Well, that's what that, I thought that's what that
That's
sound
what smash
implied.
noise
So,
was. Yeah.
yeah.
I could read that right away.
I hope so. It's an onomatopoeia.
You got the cans on, Gar.
All right.
Jesse Elliott, everybody. Put your hands together.
Savage Jesse, Michael.
Savage Jesse
Savage
Elliott.
Jesse. I don't know who that Jesse Elliott character is. Once I'm off stage, I'm Jesse Elliott. This right now, I'm a crazy animal. How about I play a fucking song instead? I hear voices in my head. I hear voices long gone and dead. I hear voices of the friends I knew. I hear voices, they're telling me what to do. And now I'm heading home. And the truth, it will be known. Gone so long since the war been on. Now I'm heading home. But I don't know what I'll find. Do they even know that I'm still alive? And now I'm heading home. And the truth, it will be shown. When they see the deeds I've done, will they recognize the long lost son? Just pretend that nothing's changed. Out of sight and out of mind, forgotten again. Now I'm heading home. And the truth, it will be shown. It's been 16 years since I left home. 21 since I seen my wife. I hear she's living down in Birmingham with a brand new husband and a second-hand life. I joined the Navy just to see the new world. I left my home to forget the old. I ended up in Johannesburg. $50 and a tale to be told. I said once more and never again. I turn away from the drink so I can clear my head. But I can't deny a long lost friend. So open up the bottle and drink with the dead. Said drinking with ghosts, got a lot to say. Good advice and warnings for a rainy day. Drinking with ghosts won't solve your problems, 'cause they're already gone. I hear voices in my head. I hear voices long gone and dead. I hear voices of the friends I knew. I hear voices, they're telling me what to do. And now I'm heading home.
Savage Jesse Elliott, everybody.
Got it right. There we go.
I got double respect for you here, my friend, coming
What is that?
for the whistling
Oh,
while you play and sing. I know that's extremely hard.
You
And
missed the whistle warm up. But what was the other
And
thing?
drinking with ghosts won't solve your problems because they're already gone is fucking brilliant.
That was that's all
Brilliant.
James McNeil, man. James
Brilliant
McNeil
line.
is a lyric genius. Like when he's on a roll, that guy comes up with some of the most astounding stuff.
That
It's
is
like,
a deep, deep motherfucking
It's
truth.
it was great. That was literally one of the first songs, like I said, we ever wrote, and it was Piss and Rain. It was like our third jam together. We were in a metal band before that went about as well as you could imagine, and
I would imagine it going great with
it
you
was
two.
it was
in
well, it was fun, but I mean, like no one came because we stunk. But excuse me,
Good morning, everybody.
we had a lot of fun though, and what we said was we were going to stick together. But he was at school at Mohawk for jazz. Like he's a jazz musician, right? He's
Right.
really good. Well, he's not a jazz musician, but he studied for it. And I come in, I was like, "Hey, let's play this," and it was literally the same crap that we played in the last band. And he said, "I don't want to do that. I want to do something different. Like, why the hell do we have to play the same shit
Yeah.
that we don't want to play anymore, right?"
Get
And I
us
thought,
outside the box.
well, I guess he's right, but I don't know what to do. And whatever, I went and tried a couple other things, did something else, hiked a lot, didn't do anything. Then we reconnected. It was like April. That was November, and it was April when we reconnected in 2015. And he said, "Let's hang out. Let's see what we can do." And we were both listening to different music at the time. We both got turned on huge at the time to Tom Waits, Lou Reed, David Bowie, Iggy Pop, all that kind of stuff. But we were also listening a lot to Black Flag, the Minutemen,
Ramones.
lots of Ramones, The Clash, a lot of different kinds of music that was coming out. And then we were listening a lot to 30s and 40s jump blues, like the stuff that predated rock and roll.
Yeah,
and
man.
then we're listening a lot to rockabilly music as well. And then the 90s stuff that I was able to get him sort of into like Alice in Chains and all that, but I've always been super into like Stone Temple Pilots, and he was very much a big Primus fan and all that. And
Primus. Oh yeah.
we have
Primus sucks.
yeah, there you go, right?
We were there.
So we have so
were
many.
there.
It really helps that we have so many different types of influence, and I understand now how grunge music was made because all these bands liked every kind of music, and it's like painting. When you have like 50 different colors and you mash all 50 different colors together, it comes out this sick kind of pukey gray, right? Which is it's grunge, right? Which is what it is. If you mix all these different genres of music together, and it kind of comes out just like the same, like it comes out mixed, mashed, and everything, like a gray kind of music. And that's why they had their like shitty T-shirts and their long. It just make it look like we whatever, but they had so much music coming out of them, and so that's what we took advice from. We took influence from in the 90s. Was
Right.
having as many influences as you can, because then your music will sound more interesting.
100%, man.
Yeah.
So you are in high school. You're playing solo acoustic. Did you start writing songs then? Did you go to open mics?
No.
You were just in your bedroom, kind of.
I didn't start singing. No shit. I didn't start really singing until this band.
Until Jesse.
Yeah,
joined,
beforehand, I
Mexico,
just
yeah.
wanted. When I was younger, I had the idea that there was still room for me to just be a guitar player. Like I idolized Eddie Van Halen, but I didn't realize that Eddie Van Halen wasn't just a guitar player. He was a studio genius. He could sing very well. He was a classically trained pianist. He had all these advantages, and here I am thinking I could go up there and play. And I could play. Like when I was that age, I could play, but
Eruption. You could play Eruption.
well, I don't know about that, but what I was saying is like, who cares if if all you are is good as one thing, how good are you?
Right.
It's like the girl that you dated in high school. If all you are is good looking, how good looking are you? Because like there's a million things out there. If all you can do is play guitar, how good are you really? Like if you must be the best in the world.
Right.
And so like for me, I look at James, who's sitting down, playing bass, playing drums with his feet, writing these amazing lyrics, singing. And I'm like, oh shit, like I can't just play guitar. Like I'm not good. I'm never going to be good enough. So I at that point, I realized it's not that I should sing. I've got to sing. I've got to sing. And I'm like, oh Christ, I don't know how to sing. And as time went on, I still don't think I can sing all that well, but you just got to do it, right?
You got to work the instrument, man, just like any other instrument. You got
That's
to
the
bang
thing.
on it.
I've been abusing my instrument for too long with lovely stuff. So it's not Guinness, it's not that lovely, but
I didn't think myself that I even learned to sing until I was like 50 years old. Really,
it's weird, that little like watershed moment that makes you think, oh shit, should have done that earlier. Like you don't think about that kind of stuff when you're in a band. You just want to be in a band. You just want to like do stuff.
And when did you switch from acoustic? When did you get your first electric guitar?
I was 17, And it was one of those. It was at Pongetti's Music.
Pongetti's,
rest
yeah.
in peace,
I got
Pongetti's.
my
Man.
first guitar there.
Randall Hill who plays with Steve Sinix, was working there at the time. He doesn't remember this story, even though I tell him all the time, and he just gives me this look like, Jesse, I don't fucking remember. You tell me this all the time, but he was working there, and I don't know if he still works at Long and McQuaid, but Lucha Aquino was also working at Pongetti's at the time. He's an amazing keyboard player. Like, he could play Joe Satriani licks on the keyboard, and I was like, this is fucking amazing, right?
Yeah.
He's really good. But they were working there, and I remember this because I was slowly blown away, and I got a PV Raptor and one of those like kits that you get that come with an amp and all
together,
yeah, and it was candy apple red, and the first thing I did was I put hockey tape on it to make it look like Eddie Van Halen's guitar, because I wanted, with the stripes and everything, I wanted to look so good.
Nice.
It didn't work, but that was my first electric instrument, and then I did actually, now I get a chance to say this, there's the guy who kind of really got me into playing in a band and all that. He just passed away not that long ago, throat cancer. His name was Doug Dobson. He worked at Absolute Music. Anybody ever went to Absolute Music on Upper James? That fucking place, man. Most of the instruments were shit. Let's be fair. It was a startup place. You weren't going there for like good stuff or anything.
They had the good sheet music though.
They had lots of music, man, and they had lots of great people. Graham Kilgore worked there, who was a great friend of mine. Lots of Mark McNamee, Doug Sullivan, rest in peace. Ryan Davey, Louis Garcia. I taught there for a while. Like, this place was like home for us for a while. And Doug, what he would do is he would sense kids that were like into being rock stars. They wanted to do it, and so he would do everything he could to encourage them, to the point where as soon as he heard them playing, it's like, oh, okay, the kid's got some rhythm, kid's got some talent. Boys, girls, didn't matter. Could have been like a 70-year-old man who wanted to pick it up, retirement. And he would say, I've got a band, why don't you come play with us? And what he would do is on Sundays, he would book these little venues when they still had all these venues with stages. And the one that we went to was at Haley's Corner, way out on Rymel, almost Rymel and Rymel and Centennial, almost like it's a sushi restaurant now,
right?
Literally in the middle of the boons. And it was like a biker bar almost. And there's Doug's band playing, and there's nobody in the audience except all these excited parents sitting upright with their kids clutching their guitars, and they're just like looking expectant and hopeful. And it was like it's what
band camp.
It was exactly. It's like you would imagine. It's what Christians would imagine kids would look like while they're in church, except these kids are at a different kind of church.
Rock and roll, baby.
Rock and roll, exactly. And they're watching this, and then so Doug would let his band play for 2 sets, but the bar would be packed, and it would be like 2:30, 3 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. And one by one, these kids would get to go up and play with the band, and they get to play on a big drum kit or throw a giant guitar amp or play a huge bass that's like literally taller than the kid was. Oh man, the smiles that they had, and they'd be playing like that kind of stuff, like but they're doing it right, and then they're loving it, and that's how I got started. And I played a very shitty version of what could be called Back in Black. I don't know. It wasn't good.
Nice, man.
But I got up there and I
through
did
a Marshall stack.
Yeah, exactly.
Blowing your brains out.
Exactly. And it was a great way to encourage kids, and to the point where he encouraged us so far that in my case, and in a couple of other friends' cases, a guy named Steve Shaw, we formed our first band around what Doug said, because we were both students with the same teacher at the same shop.
Right.
And it was like this guy, it's like this guy laid eggs, and now the chicks have hatched, and now they're growing up and playing rock and roll with other feathered animals.
You planted the seed, and you're oak trees now.
It was great. And he was actually at that band's first gig, which was in November of 2009. And it was at the Corktown. It was my first time at the Corktown, and he showed up, and you could see him in the crowd, all long, scraggly hair, with his like granny glasses, so he could actually Coke bottle glasses, so he could see what the hell was going on. Glasses. Oh my God, exactly. And he was probably baked out of his tree, and he's like staring at us, and he just kept doing this while we were on stage. And oh man, Doug Dobson.
What a mentor to have. What a delivery man. into the music world, man.
He was one of a kind, man. Absolutely one of a kind. He just passed away about a week ago of throat cancer. So
condolences, man.
That was a tough one. I mean,
sounds like a good one.
It sounded like he'd been fighting for a while too. I mean, like let's be fair, he's a rock and roller. He's not the healthiest of us all,
right?
But he was doing well for himself, and I was really happy. Like I don't think he was really doing much with music anymore. He was just trying to be normal. I don't know, but he was doing well for himself. And then I heard that he was sick, and I was really disappointed when I found out he was
that's a brilliant idea all the way around. I mean, for to cultivate the love of music in the kids, and for the business to pull in like
the
fill
money,
the room.
the money that these
They were
bars
probably
made,
getting
the
fries and gravy and
the
drinking.
money that these bars made. Do you remember? Does anybody remember there was a bar at Fennel and Upper Gauge called the Tartan Turi?
Yeah.
That place was outstanding. My buddy Daryl used to live behind there, but Doug would do acoustic shows there. And that place held, it was probably the size of the room we're in right now, maybe even half the size of this room. It was a tiny place, but it was hip. I loved it. And Doug would do the same thing. He would host acoustic nights, and it would just be him, and he'd playing acoustic, but there'd be all these people ordering drinks, ordering. The only thing they had in the menu were French fries and chicken wings, and
That's all you need.
And they sold out
Totally.
every night when it was happening there. Doug would walk out of there with like $2,000 in cash in his pocket,
Hello.
just from playing acoustic guitar with a bunch of kids. Like, he figured it out.
Yeah, man.
And so he could make money but enjoy it at the same time.
Yeah.
And you'd see the look on these kids' faces, and they're like, and they're playing a C chord right for the first time, or they nailed that, like, and they're like, "Oh, I did it!" And it's like the look of excitement, and that's what rock and roll was all about. Was seeing that kind of like
Rumble,
happiness.
wasn't it?
What?
That was Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna play a Rumble. I'm not gonna play Rumble. Don't worry. But
we're gonna play Rumble Saturday night here. Rumble.
That's this. Hey,
Yes.
if you want me to come and join you? No, you don't need a second guitar for that. You don't need that. But yeah. So Doug Dobson, man, Absolute Music was a wonderful place to be cultivated as a musician.
So
And
you got looked after, man. You got.
there were so many great guys there. I mean,
Yeah.
there's so many great musicians that are still playing, and just
Are there
like,
people that we know of that are like playing out in bands and
Marcus
stuff like that?
Marcus Starr is really popular.
Marcus Starr, you were
Yeah,
no
Marcus
shit,
Starr.
eh?
I met him through
Wow,
Absolute.
that's
Actually,
super cool, man.
I knew him as Mark McNamee, but not as Mark. But we're on the radio, so it's Marcus Starr. It's
Marcus
stage name.
Starr.
Exactly. So yeah, I remember his big band he was in called Radio Free Universe was his band
Yes.
for a long time, and things never really
With the
worked
guys
out.
from Dr. Tongue.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
George Panagopoulos was
George,
singing
that's
in there,
right,
and then
George.
Ashton Norman, who played drums in the band, owns. I think he still owns the shop, Hilltop Music Academy on Fennel and Sherman. And Ryan Davey. I don't know what Ryan's up to these days, but I think Ryan's got a kid and he's like doing the family thing, which, good for him, I suppose. But whatever, just whatever floats your boat, man.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, so Ryan Davey was at Absolute, so was Ashton Norman. No one really like huge otherwise. Like a lot of our jazz, like James's jazz friends came in because they needed work as well. And after that, it was, things started slowing down with the music store. They were open a lot and they were kind of in a weird spot. And when I worked there, they didn't have as many people coming in as they could have had.
It used to be Willy Wogs, right?
Long time
Willy
ago.
Wogs
That's
was
right. That's right.
Willy Wogs was a madhouse.
Upstairs was
Oh, yeah.
awesome, but that's where they kept all the storage and everything. But
Okay.
that whole building needed work. I mean, like when they got the offer, it was really funny, and it was during the heydays of the Wild West of weed, as I call it in the city.
Oh yeah.
And it was 2018, and what had happened was he got an offer from some guy saying, like, I'll give you this much money for the building if you say yes by midnight and you get out of there by the end of the month.
Say yes by midnight.
Yeah, and so he thought about it, and it was more that this place needed new plumbing, new electrical, new floors, new paint, new drywall, a new roof. It needed everything, and the money that he got was just
Wow.
like, screw that, I might as well take it. So
I know you've gotten a lot of offers, yes by midnight, but I don't know if there were any real estate offers, Gary. Were they?
For another time.
to be continued.
To be continued.
Anyway, so yeah, it ended up closing like that because Doug goes, screw it, I'm going to take the money and run.
Cash and run, man.
It was 2018.
It's 1201.
So what happened 18 months after he sells the place? COVID. So he's sitting there laughing like he's off living in Lake Ontario. He and his wife are retired. They're sitting there, screw this. Food gets delivered. I got millions of dollars now, whatever.
Timing is everything.
The place that opened up was a Georgia Peach. It was a weed. It was an illegal dispensary at the time.
Oh yeah.
And it was still like weed had been made legal, but the big shot. So they're opening all these like very brazen shops, and like this
The weed
is like
boom.
This looked like a warehouse, and it just said giant Georgia Peach out the front. I'm like, dude, like fucking read the room, man. Like it's like be careful. Then they turned the upstairs into a smoking lounge. Which, if you understand the indoor smoking laws of Ontario,
that's not going to fly.
You
is
can't
it?
do. Well, on first night they had about 500 people up there to watch some UFC fight, and then the police showed up. But the 7 weeks that they were open, because they got shut down, in the 7 weeks that they were open, they made 10 times the money that they put into the shop.
Nice.
and they were able to pardon all of their employees that got nailed because they were arrested because they were operating
Oh
an
yeah,
illegal
bail them all
dispensary.
out.
They were
Nice.
able to bail them all out and give them a severance. And I think one guy told me he got a severance if it was like he worked behind the counter at a weed shop. He got a severance of $80,000. And I'm like, Jesus Christ!
What have I been doing wrong all my life?
I fucked
God
up.
damn
I
it.
should have been I'm in the wrong business,
damn
man.
it.
So I just play guitar. So
Well, speaking of which,
why
why
let's
not?
do another one here.
Savage Jesse Elliott,
so
everybody.
This is a brand new one.
Brand new one.
Yeah, we've done it a few times. We've done it live a lot, but I've never done it acoustic, and I didn't know any of the lyrics. So I had to go back and listen to live recordings, and I'm just hearing like cell phone footage of James like trying to like pick out words. So
Yeah,
it might be right.
it's more about the tone than the words, really.
It's still probably wrong words, but that's okay. So let's see if I can do it.
This one's called.
This one is for all the carnivores out there. If you give me a second, I'll tell you about it. It's called "I Ate a Vegan Boy," and I'll explain it afterwards.
Okay.
Well, I ate a vegan boy. I like the taste of blood and soy. Well, I'm here to tell you, man, I ain't no cannibal, 'cause a vegan is an animal. Well, I ate a vegan girl. She was dairy-free with a chocolate swirl. Well, grass-fed meat just tastes so sweet now. And Mama says, you are what you eat now. Well, I ate a vegan mama. I steamed her up like steaming a sauna. Oh, so damn lean and so damn clean. When you try it, you know what I mean. Weight Watchers, bitch, please. Well, I ate a vegan barista. You know, I turned a man to a one-man feaster. And that porky little fella fed a family of four. And that's one less hipster at the Whole Food store. Well, I ate a vegan boy. I like the taste of blood and soy. Well, I'm here to tell you, man, I ain't no cannibal, 'cause the vegan is an animal. I ate a vegan boy. And he was
Savage.
fucking delicious.
You savage.
Fuck veganism.
Brilliant.
Fuck that. Eat a fucking sausage, for Christ's sake. Right? Come on, you wieners. I mean, there's some people that are like medically you can't and everything, but for fuck's sake, man, you turn
Have
your
some
back.
haggis.
You turn your back on bacon and haggis and oh my god, and baby lamb. It's not to get over yourself, Lisa. This is lamb, not a lamb. Like
So what's
Simpsons
the what's the
oh, hey, well, fuck veganism. That's the
fuck
whole point.
veganism?
The
is
whole
story.
point was like, James was writing this thing. He was trying to write a hardcore punk song as a joke, and he came up with these words, and they sound kind of rough. But I said, dude, and I did it this way because, you know, electric guitar.
Oh yeah, Chuck buried it up.
And he started singing, and he said, it's like, oh my God, this works. And changed the chords around, added a B section, and away we went. And it was hilarious. It was one of the most hilarious. Sorry, I got to speak into the mic. It was one of the most hilarious things I heard. And I'm reading these lyrics, and it's just like that porky little fella fed a family of 4. Like that's alliteration to make any English teacher wet. Like seriously. So
you got a star on your paper for that one.
Our idea too is like we're big eaters. Like we love to eat, we love to cook, we love to do that kind of stuff. And so, and yeah, if you want to eat a vegan dish, fine, cool, whatever, sure. Eat some bacon afterwards, balance it out. But we thought it would be funny, like vegan people are the best meat in the world because the whole thing you want is grass-fed meat. Like it's like get your steak that's grass-fed steak. Grass-fed vegans, they must taste delicious, right? They're eating all the shit the tree doesn't want on them, so they must taste okay, right?
Probably delicious.
I've never had
healthy.
Person before. I don't know about you guys, but I've never eaten person, so I don't know if veganism.
Gary, you want to handle this one, or you want to?
I don't know if a vegan would taste good. I hope so.
It seems to be a lot in the news lately. That's the most I can say.
I'm sure vegans taste good, but I'm not going to like try it. I don't want to go to jail.
No. You'd need a lot of ketchup.
It's people. It's people.
Oh God.
I don't know if everybody gets that reference, but
how about this? How about I do another new one that's going to come up on the next album? That one was going to be on the album, and this one's going to be on the album too. We don't know where we're recording it. We still got to figure it out because we wanted to do the whole thing live off the floor. And it's a little challenging because not a lot of studios are set up to do the live thing. They want to do tracking, right? So, but we realize our specialty is live. We love being in a studio. Man. Well, James loves being a studio. I couldn't care less. But live is where we thrive, and that's where we become who we are. Like, because it's on a record. 9 times out of 10, when you listen to a record, the band doesn't sound as good as they do.
Oh, live is always better.
It's always better. You get some records that are incredible. I mean, like the Van Halen's in 1984. It's one of the most incredible sounding records in the entire world. Any Ramones album, though, you listen to it and the songs are slower. You go and you see them, like they're playing like, sorry, that's still too fast. You'd be like, and then they play it live.
Of course, yeah. Well, you've got
and then they got faster from there. Like those guys were insane live. The dichotomy between live and the record was a little bit too far, I felt, and that's where they kind of fell apart. So what we want to do is show who we are live on record, and without doing a live album, because we don't want the fucking crowd noise and
right.
Because and then I can't fix the little tiny mistakes that we might make and everything like that. Studio magic, but we're working on it. We might have a couple of spots available to try. We've got the demo of the record ready. And we've had these songs ready and percolating for some of them for 3-4 years.
Yeah.
But we'd like to be able to get them out and see what we can do. And
when you guys write, do you just kind of jam it out and then see what happens, or do you
almost always
bring ideas to each other?
Almost like, always. It's usually a riff that starts everything. We always start our jam with a blues jam. And when I say blues jam, it's not that shit.
No.
It's more. It's like a rockin' blues.
Sure.
Right? Blues
like a
the
Chuck
form,
Berry
not,
blues kind of
blues
thing.
The form, not blues the genre.
Yeah.
So we do that and we play that for like 10-15 minutes. We won't stop. We'll just play and see where we come with, and we come up with a riff. And it's like, oh shit, that sounds kind of cool. And then he'll say, oh, I came up with this riff the other day. What do you think? And then I'll say to him, well, I've got this progression. Like, what do you think? I've made these words. And if it works, great. And if it doesn't, well, we've got other songs we need to work on anyways. And we got a lot of them that we have to work on.
Come out of that kind of structure. You just come and start riffing the blues, and then the opening stuff comes in, and you guys keep it.
Exactly. The opening song that we have on the record is going to be, I guess you could call it a suite. And it's like, I like to think of it as our night at the movies suite. And it's about like going to the drive-in and being what you would do when you were young and seeing horror movies and it's soundtracks from horror movies and all that kind of shit. And it was a lot of fun. But that song, when we recorded and listened to it, after adding all our bits and pieces, the song turned out to be like 11, 12 minutes long.
Ooh,
and it was awesome. And but it was awesome. But James's shirt, like you could wring it out and fill a shot glass with that thing. And so he did a shot of sweat. Let's go. Let's do the next one. I'm like, oh shit. All right. We have another song that we're working on that's closer to 20 minutes long, actually. That we've been working on that for about 3-4 years. But it's both whenever we're doing these like long epics, we're right at the edge of our ability to play.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's great. And it makes us feel exhilarated. But at the same time, you better fucking deliver because like, these people need to hear this, right? So
it's terrifying.
And then
that's the fun part.
And it's what's tough is like you're playing something. If you fuck up in the middle, you got to keep going down in certain parts, and you're like, oh man, and because you're the only guitar, you're gonna fall apart. And you must know like that when you're playing with Betty and everything. It's easier now when you got Daniel. You got someone to kind of like back you up. But when you're just playing with Betty and something would fuck up, you're like, oh shit, and you have to on the fly improvise. When my guitar dies out in the medicine show, it sounds like, well, I mean, it sounds awesome. It's James, but it's noticeable.
Yeah.
And that's the
Well,
trick.
to you.
Well, it's just well, it's to everyone because there's no guitar, right? I'm really screaming high end and he's really thundering low end. So when that high end's gone, everyone's like, oh, what the fuck? Like, so
But a lot of times, like we used to go over. Paul used to shoot video of our shows like way back in the day. And
I
we would
remember,
go
yeah.
over we would go over the game films and
yeah, man.
and the shit that you think like you fucked up on, you didn't fuck up as bad as you did. And the
That-
thing is, if you're having a great performance, people aren't even paying attention to that.
Lot-
They're about the vibe, man.
You're right. You're right. Whenever we go on stage, we never suggest a song that we haven't properly like figured. Like if we go on there and we haven't played Drinking with Ghosts in 6 months, not to toot our own horn, but we can do that. It's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Drinking with Ghosts, got it, done. Because it's our song. Like we know that. But if we haven't really rehearsed it and we're like, oh shit, I don't know if I'm ready for this, that's the problem. And I don't like if the song that's 19 minutes long.
Yeah.
Probably not a good idea to like have a bit where you fall apart in the middle, you know, right? But if
Yeah.
it's like a 2-minute song, who gives a shit? Like it could be the whole song could be a train wreck and everything. That's just how the song goes, right?
That's why we call it playing music,
It's
not working music.
Exactly.
Absolutely,
It's exactly what it is. So.
Speaking of playing music,
Do you want
we're about
another
to
one?
play some
Do you
music.
want another one? All
That
right.
one you were talking about, the new one.
Yeah, the new one. Well, it's not really new. I wrote it a while ago. But
This one's called
it's called Punch Clock Rock.
Punch Clock Rock.
It's about
That's a
working and how
brilliant
much
title,
working
man.
sucks.
Love it. Savage Jesse, everybody. Punch Clock Rock.
Y'all are too kind. Got a mouthful of fucking hair. 5 a.m. waiting the day, first of 5 days in a row. Another long night, not enough shut eye. Time to get this show on the road. My back is broke, that ain't no joke. I feel a little worse for wear. Well, I'm thrown to the wolves and I'm fighting with bulls. Man, it's wild out there. This working life has got me buried alive. Can't live this way, I'll work no play. Got a white noise in my ear, wish you would disappear. This working life has got me buried alive. Well, punch the clock, we're ready or not. The motto goes safety first. But I'm stuck with the guy who nearly lost both eyes on a job that must have been cursed. Over time I lost my mind, don't know what I do this for. Cause I'm not crazy and I'm not lazy, but I don't want to work anymore. This working life has got me buried alive. Can't live this way, I'll work no play. Got white noise in my ear, I wish you would disappear. This working life has got me buried alive. This working life has got me buried alive. Can't live this way, I'll work no play. I got white noise in my ear, I wish you would disappear. This working life, I said this working life got me buried alive.
Richie Valens callback, everybody. Respect. Nice, man.
I didn't know if that was going to happen or not.
Well, it just did. It just did. I
Cool.
got to something that's made me ultra curious and gain even more respect and love for you, man, was you've stepped out of the Jesse James Medicine show. You stepped into the Martin Verrill show seamlessly. How did that come about, and how did it feel being, not being the two front men in Jesse James Medicine show? How did it feel being part of the band? How was it being with Martin?
It's great being with Martin. I mean, it's fantastic being with him.
I've snapshot of the whole experience there.
I've admired him for a while, actually.
Well, he's a gem, man.
As is everybody. I mean, that just sounds like everyone, right?
Makes our city better for sure. Yeah.
He came to see us play in the early days one time, and I mean, I don't even remember when we met, and we probably both were like at the point where it's like, yeah, and so, like,
just growling at each other. No,
probably at that point it's just like Nick Cave, yeah, Tom Waits, oh, Iggy Pop. That's probably like the extent of our conversation.
Beyond sentences.
Literally Neanderthalness, or just like humming riffs. It's just like just hugging, picking the I Now Want to Be Your Dog. And I remember I would do that with him every time. He'd just point at me, we'd hum Now I Want to Be Your Dog. Like, that's a weird thing to do, but okay. But I'd see him around and I'd say like, hey man, like I'm a big fan of your stuff, like it's like a combination of like Nick Cave, Tom Waits, and Leonard Cohen. And I don't think he thought I could play music in that way. I don't think he thought of me as that kind of guy. He's like, oh shit, okay, like whatever, I guess. Like that's my impression of Martin. It's not a good one.
Yeah.
It's not that good.
Yeah.
That's my like, I don't know.
You would totally shred your vocal cords if you tried to actually do Martin's
Let's
voice.
try.
So
We'll
see
where we go.
You may never talk again.
The day's still young. But anyways, he invited me over one time, and I showed up. And first person I was introduced to was Raphael Keelan, who is my neighbor, who I had no idea she lived up the road from me. And I'd run into her a bunch of times. I said, shit, I know you. And so we'd chat and everything like that. And Cam Delat came in from London. He's an outstanding percussionist and a great songwriter.
Beautiful
I was
human
shocked
being.
at how great his songwriting was.
What a
but he's
performer
great
and a singer.
songwriter.
Oh, my God.
And then he had a saxophone player. He had a violinist there whose name was Matthew Jez, or Jez. I don't know how you pronounce his name, but Serbian. And he wouldn't do the whole last name for me because he thought I wouldn't be able to pronounce it, but whatever.
Right.
Great guy, great violinist. He's saying like, oh yeah, don't worry, I'll be able to commit to this, but I just got accepted to Berkeley. Like Berkeley Music, like
Wow.
Berkeley School of Music. You
Yeah.
just got to, so like, what the fuck are you talking? You're not going to have time for us, dude. Like you've got school, man. You've got work to do. Like, don't worry about this. And so he kept trying and then saying, oh yeah, I got to cancel. I'm sorry. And so now Clint Rice is back in the fold. Who's another astonishing
genius.
musician.
Yeah.
Just great.
Tasty Man Rice.
He's a very nice gentleman and very smart too. Lots to say. But what was really funny was, at the end of it, Martin says to me, I'm just waiting on Jack. We're just waiting for Jack. And when I was a kid, I used to be closeted because they were on the radio so much. And I was into like crazy rock, but I was like, I never told too many people this. I was a huge fan of the Trews.
Right.
Loved the Trews. And I to the point where I can't remember the record that it was, but it was the one that had Poor Old Broken Hearted Me. And that was like one of the first cool, I can't remember it now, but that song, and some of them riffs were so great, and the soloing was awesome. And I loved that they were Canadian, and it was cool. I had no idea they lived in Niagara Falls at the time. And my buddy and I would go and see them all the time, and they were great. Jack, I don't know if it's pronounced Seprick or Separik, but their bass player walks in, and I'm just like, oh my god. And it was really, it was tough, man. It was really tough because he said, oh, I'm from Nova Scotia. And at that point, I had to say like, I know, I'm familiar with who you are, and I'm a big fucking fan. Like, oh my god, yeah, it's really cool being in a. So I got to be in a band with like a hero of mine, which was like, what the fuck? This is super cool, right? Like I watched him play when I was in college at Mohawk, and now I'm in a band with the dude. Like it was a surreal experience. The show itself was great. Like it was phenomenal. I was really happy with how it turned out. I was really happy. Daryl sounded fantastic with Tammy. Edgar Bro was as
iconic,
anyone
man.
knows. Everyone. I don't know. Hamilton's really lucky for guitar players that we have so many astonishing players in this city, and Edgar Bro is no exception. He's probably in the top 5 of guitar
Edgar
players.
Bro is world class, man.
He is world class. I mean, like the man was in an alternate tuning with a capo on, so it looked like it gave you the impression that he was like improvising on the spot of what he was going to play, and he reminded me of like I would call it a punk rock version of Bob Weir from the Grateful Dead, where Bob Weir was always throwing weird chords at Jerry Garcia's like to kick his ass and see where he could go. But Edgar Bro's doing it, and he's coming up with these like super lush melodies underneath what he's singing. And I mean, he sounds so full, and he's playing. He's always starting on the same chord, but he goes in like 5 and 6 different directions. He's been playing for 40 minutes, and I'm just sitting there like, "Fuck, I gotta go practice." Like, oh god, he's so. It's like watching somebody paint, watching him play.
For sure.
And I could do that. I could sit there and eat a sandwich and watch him play for like 12 hours. I could do that all, and I mean, he'd probably like love that because I'd have to pay him. But oh no, I love that. Like we have so many. Steve Strongman's another one that comes from the city. Harrison Kennedy is another one, great one. Gordy Lewis,
legends.
Genuine guitar heroes. Brian Griffith is another one that came out of here. So like to be
Mount Rushmore, the escarpment Rushmore.
Yeah, to be a guitar player with there, I'd love for my face to go up there. It definitely won't ever, but I mean. We'll see what happens.
Never say never, brother.
Well, I'll say never so other people can do it for me. It's easier there. Can't someone else do it?
Well,
you want another one?
It's been an absolute treat having you on the show.
Thank you.
And if we're looking for you online, where do we find you on?
Just
Savage Jesse on.
Honest to God, man, Jesse James Medicine. Yeah, that's probably the best way, to be honest with you. I don't like myself. Like my phone's over there. I don't care. The best way is anything through the Jesse James Medicine Show on Instagram, Facebook. I mean, if you know who I am, you can come up and talk to me. It's probably easier that way. It's a lot easier. You see me wandering. I got a wiener dog, and I wander around the city with him all the time. His name's Wolfgang. Yes. So if you see me and Wolfgang, you're more than welcome to come say hi. And it's probably better that way because you know I don't really. I hear my phone and I say I don't want to talk to that guy today. Sorry, and then I forget to call them back, and it's been like 2 months.
I'm a
and they think I hate them.
So phone user myself.
Oh, I don't. I can't stand that thing. I'd sooner rather be like throw that in the sewer than.
If everybody else would do it too, then the world would be a better place.
The world would be an interesting place. That's for sure.
But anyway, great having you on the show.
Thanks
so much, Jesse. Absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
Love you madly, man. As a person, as a performer. As a guy, as a guitar player, as an artist.
Michael, you're making me blush.
Savage Jesse Elliot, everybody. Put your hands together.
All right, this is another one off the album. I brought a few copies of the album, by the way, that's sitting next to Paul. So if anyone wants one, it's like, $10 or a beer. It's the cost of a beer these fucking days. So whatever, it doesn't matter. Sorry, I'm swearing so much. I don't know. I feel like nervous up here.
You're comfortable.
There's so many people, and it's like 5 people.
Doesn't matter. Well, there's 5 million people listening.
Well, it's a good-looking
audience.
I'm pretty happy. Led by Mr. Paul. Look at you. You shave. Did you trim it down a bit? A little bit. Look, dude, you look handsome, man. Like, damn, I wish I could grow hair like that. Anyways,
one day you will.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I literally figured this out on the way over here. So I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know if I'm gonna remember the words, but it's another one off the album. It's called Modern Privateers. And it's about James and I being pirates and traveling around wherever to plunder and loot and make money and then disappear and like, oh, they're our matey with they fucking scurvy curs and all that.
Pillaging.
Exactly. And so hopefully people will come and see us next time because they think we're rock and roll pirates, which is
you guys
kind
are
of the
rock
idea.
And roll pirates.
So yeah, Modern Privateers goes like this. Tell you a tale so honest and sincere. The ballad of these modern privateers, not committed to a country or to the crown. There's no one left to answer to. I'm the captain now. I steer the ship and I call the shots. I keep a records of the battles we fought. So stop me in my tracks if you've heard this one before. I speak no tongues, no more. privateers of fortune and of fame. Fast forward 300 years and not that much has changed. Commit life, the kings of my country and my home. Sent to sail Atlantic seas where Spanish galleys roam. I once had hopes and dreams of reaching distant foreign shores, but they went down like the Lusitania in the First World War. Now it's all in the past, I left it all behind. The present is hell, but the future is mine. And I won't spend one more minute doing someone else's dream. I sail for adventure on a ship without a sea. And I ain't coming back, filled with plunder. Fire no guns, but we still bring the thunder. And I don't need any single port of call. I see things you won't believe, man, I see it all. Wasted and wrecked and forced to start anew. I conquer this world if it's the last thing I do.
Savage Jesse Elliott from the Jesse James Medicine Show. Thank you very much for your time here. This is Shake It Up on Canuck Tunes Online Radio, live from the Cat and Fiddle, the corner of John Street South and Augusta. We will be right back in about 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes or so. We will have Daryl Gould coming up. Do not go away. This is Canuck Tunes, all Canadian, always.